Here we go for another live. Grab your copy. We're going to chat. Don't drink your coffee when it's too hot. You burn your tongues. But yes, what's been going on? Yes, since my last video, I need to probably say a few things with regards to I think I'm saying like Reform is a rebrand of the Conservatives. I think someone messed up. Was it Reformatives? I thought that was just classic Reformatives. But I can see in the next election, strategic voting, Reform, get rid of Labour and Conservatives. I get it. I mean, if it push comes to shove and it's looking that way, then even I'd be voting Reform. You'd have to, because you want to get rid of Labour and Conservatives. And what you don't want is like a really, really bad party to get in, like the Greens. Yeah, their leader and co-leader, just absolutely nobody. So I'm not interested in the slightest of the Green Party, but the Green Party have literally just won a seat from Reform. And it's going to be dangerous of the Greens. I mean, going by their deputy leader, they're definitely going to be pushing the Islamic narrative. And it's the UK, so I mean, to vote Greens, the fact that they've even won is absolutely ridiculous. But how you doing, Electra Doc? Just done a bit of not paying council tax. Yeah, that build up was that a couple of grand a year for nothing, isn't it? Police service, that's absolutely useless. And that actually saying about was it 47 police forces, take it down to 12, so 12 mega forces or something. I was like, they don't get it, do they? Crime. Oh. But yes, the Reform lost by 1,341 votes to 1,091 votes in the by-election. That's for Horsley Ward for Derbyshire County Council. I was actually rather surprised that Greens won. I mean, that could take rather sinister turn for the country if Greens get in. There was only, I think, 47 votes for Advance. So even if that was on the Reform vote, it wouldn't make a difference. So it didn't split the vote in any shape or form. But Greens, whatever next. That's the first time Greens have gained something from Reform. They got 3 seats now, Greens. That's 3 too many. I mean, that's not good. Not good at all. Yes, it said the votes for the Conservatives, the vote for Labour are down significantly, and we are now seeing something of a shift, but not in the right way. It's really, I mean, it really needed to be with someone like Reform to I was absolutely shocked. Like Greens, what? And there's the results there, so you can see Alex Stevenson for Advance UK, 57 votes. Sorry, 57. Conservatives there in third place, Labour in fourth, and Lib Dems at the bottom. But this is in an Amber Valley Borough Council by-election for Codnor, Langley Mill, and Aldicott Ward. Reform won by a significant margin, doubling the number of votes of the nearest competitors, Labour. The vote had been held following the resignation of the Labour councillor David Moon. And here are the Amber Valley Borough Council results, as you can see. Reform UK 595, and Labour in second with 249. So that's quite a difference. But again, Alex Stevenson, Advance UK 161, actually in third place. So Advance done really well there. So yeah, what can I say? But the fact that Greens are getting seats, that's not going to make you feel very comfortable, is it? Do you know what I mean? But You think that's bad? Then what about UKIP? They are literally banned from holding the Reclaim London protest amid fears. So we were talking about UKIP the other day, weren't we, in the live? Because the question being asked on behalf of Paul Thorpe. So, was that near you? Is it? Amby Valley. At least that one went, but the other one, obviously, Green. I'm shocked at Greens actually won a third seat. Greens, out of all the parties, Greens. Oh, what? I'd never vote Green. Never in my life. It just seems absolute rubbish. But the UK Independence Party banned from holding a mass deportations tour protest in East London because of fears there could be clashes with locals. I don't get that, because the locals will be out there, be all for it, will they not? What's wrong with a mass deportation tour? I mean, everybody wants them to be deported. They're costing us billions, the taxpayer. But you're allowed to go out on the streets and cheer for Islamic ideology, Islamic terrorism, and pro-Palestine and pro-Hamas. But you're not allowed to go out and say, like, we want mass deportations of illegal immigrants from our country. How does that work? How does that work, people? It's absolutely crazy. I don't know who come up with that idea. It just seems random to me. It's absolutely stupid, but it wouldn't do any harm, would it? Rally the people. But Metropolitan Police officers imposed Public Order Act conditions preventing the Whitechapel March going ahead on January the 31st, telling the party to find a less provocative location in the capital. So what? It's all about the actual location of it. How weird's that? How you doing, business? How you doing? You are going to go up with an overseas viewer like me. Oh, happy days. That's why we love your business. You're the bee's knees, business. But yeah, I think YouTube's like squishing my channels, but my nightmare. I get views like thousands, and all of a sudden I get like 26. Like, what? Advance third in the election polls on a certain poll I saw on Angry Bootnet. Yeah, that was the one. That's not bad though. Third, it's all good. It's progress, isn't it? I mean, I don't suppose they're really expecting much at all at the moment, where they're so new. But I mean, the fact that people are there voting as well, they're obviously like what they see and what they hear. It's a total different kettle of fish, isn't it, from Reform? So, but where was I? Yeah, the second time in 3 months that UKIP march has been stopped. But like I say, you're allowed to cheer for pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine, and go out and call for the, like, you know, carry on genociding the Jews, not a problem. But you want to go out and do something about this, then makes no sense. A bit of advertising. Yeah, new shoe. It's a sandal for in Egypt. October, supporters were due to gather in Tower Hamlets, but were banned from doing so because of what Scotland Yard called a realistic prospect of serious disorder due to the area's large Muslim population. So once again, bow to the Muslims. Yep. I've gone down a bit, so that's it. The shoe advert is gone. It seems a bit. So you invite Muslims into your country, and then you just got to bow to every whim, and then, you know, in any shape or form, no matter what it is, if it's offensive to them, that's the end of it. Like, shut up. But if you're talking about, like, on the side of the Muslims and you want to stand with them and genocide the Jews, you can go out and protest all day long and take over London. How does that work? How does that work? Serious disorder, because the Muslims get themselves at it, and then what do you normally do when people get themselves at it? You arrest them. Oh no, we can't arrest the Muslims. Oh no. How you doing, Enfield? Oh, the notification hit. Oh, it actually hit, did it? Yeah, it's normally an hour after I've finished, you'll get a notification. You're like, what? Missed it. But I think that's really weird because, like, surely, like, you could say, well, all this pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas, the British people will be offended, and there's quite a big British population. Oh, there's actually a realistic prospect of serious disorder. No, it doesn't matter because it doesn't involve the Muslims, does it? It doesn't involve the Muslims. What are you on about? Shut up. They can do what they like, say what they like. If they want to go out and promote anti-Semitism and call for the death of the Jews, not a problem. But if you British want to go out and say you want to deport illegal immigrants, no, don't even think about it. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that'd be a good thing because I reckon there's at least 27 Labour seats that are just going to go to reform. So Labour's like, oh, let's not do them. Let's pretend we've got to do a bit of sorting out in the council. So they get to carry on for another year. I mean, it's really, really bad. It's like dictatorship type. This is bad, isn't it? I mean, who does that? Oh, we're going to lose, so we're not going to do the votes. Have you been talking to Putin and the leader of Iran, Khamenei, whatever his name is? It's really strange. So yeah, it's like your democratic right to be able to do certain things. So no, you're not going to vote this year because you're going to lose and we don't like. Is it because they're scared whether a Labour MP of some description, because it can't be Keir Starmer for much longer, surely? Are the people that stupid? But say if it's Keir Starmer, he'd be Prime Minister for Labour, and Labour I have left. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So they take no notice of peaceful street protest, or attack their wallet by not paying them. Yeah, money talks, done it. But you're not there. Like, they're sort of people that like, oh, you're a refund, but you'll get that when you apply for it. But if you owe money, that's it. They'll be writing to you going, pay now, pay now, pay now, pay now. You know what they're like. So yeah, Greenland's gone a bit weird, hasn't it? What can I say about Greenland? Well, like the other one, was it the I can't remember. It begins with a C, doesn't it? Kalagos or something. I mean, they want to stay under the British, so like, okay, yeah, we'll get rid of it then. Okay, yeah, and we'll pay billions over the next 99 years. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, these are people are so backwards. Just stop. Don't give it away. The Kalagos Islands or something. Like, no, just keep it. Blimey. And Greenland, I don't know what to say about that, really. Trump said he got a bee in his bonnet, and I don't know why people want to keep changing things. Like, it's all right 1 second, all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we want it. Like, where did that come from? Like, China's trying to nick Thailand. America's doing that. We got Russia trying to nick Ukraine, and then we got all the Islamic race trying to get rid of Israel. I mean, what is going on this planet? If in 2026 humans would know how to communicate and just know, what's right and what, and just get on with it, it's killer. Rather, I had internet issues yesterday, by the way. So if anything goes on, it's not me; it's my actual internet. BT, mate, BT. I'd sit around for hours with no internet. Oh my god, no Wi-Fi. Blimey, it's like living in 1902. But America run it rather than the China and Russia. One. I'm just watching out of my internet. I just got all fixed. I've got all my boosters on and everything. So I don't know what's going on. But if it does get too bad, I'll just end the stream and I'm going to get onto BT and say, give me your reply this month because it's terrible. Louise takes no nonsense. Oh, totally won't be worth float your boat or not, to be honest. But I'll bring it up for you so you can have a look. It's a thing because I had a different YouTube channel going for a giggle, doing what's it called, Clash Royale. Bit of Clash Royale because I like playing the game, but to be honest, that game's getting on my nerves. I'm getting bored. Changed that channel, and I thought, do you know, started with. So on my back. So this is so annoying. This is my internet. This is BT. This is what I pay for, people. It's an absolute. It's a jerk. But am I back? Sorry about that, geese. Sorry about that, geese. See, because they're trying to shut us up talking about like reform and advance and greens. Like, shut up, Wiz. But I've just made sure I'm definitely going through my boosters and everything because Electrodoc, obviously, when I've got some donations and that, I was like, right, boosters, because my Wi-Fi was funny. And now, like, you know, I was doing my disappearing. I was going full wizard, mate. I just wanted to prove that I could make myself disappear and come back again. Okay, I was going on back. I know it sounds a bit like Jesus. I know. But this is going to be a new channel. That's why I thought I'd bring it up quick. UFOs and extraterrestrials. That's what this channel was originally. But I had over 60,000 views on one video. The bloke decided to copyright it. Complete ignorant, arrogant little weasel. Wouldn't even respond and talk to me. I would have said, look, mate, the video's made 20 quid. I'll give you a tenner. Shut up. But no. So yeah, actually had my video taken down and striked and that. And I was like, do you know what? So I changed to talk about other stuff. And this is what we're doing now, obviously. But being that we talk about what we do on this channel, talking about UFOs and extraterrestrials is just a little bit, you know, left at the traffic lights. So that's going to be the new one, at UFOs extraterrestrials. So UFOs and extraterrestrials. And then we're going to find videos. So get over there. When I do a video, you can tell me what videos I need to look at, what videos we can do live, and you know, we'll have a look like real ones, fake ones, whatever. We can have a look at Gary McKinnon. We can have a look at Stephen Greer, Elliot Elizondo, whoever. We can do it all over there. So don't forget to go and subscribe. So I have had some subscriptions, but because I was doing Clash Royale on it, obviously they're probably going to unsubscribe. But, you know, it's aliens, isn't it? Aliens, mate. So that's what's going to be on that channel, geese. So if you're up for it, then that's what it's going. But also I wanted to let you know, because obviously it was at Clash Royale and some of you actually subscribed, but you might not be interested in UFOs and extraterrestrials. So I totally understand it if you want to unsubscribe, because now it's no longer that game, it's aliens. Ooh, aliens. So yeah, but obviously on this channel we're going to carry on talking about all the politics and news, reviews, you know, all that sort of stuff. But where was I? On the world of I have to close all these windows to make sure my internet don't give up again, eh? But with what's it called, UKIP being banned, whatever next. So yeah, I was probing my beard. I quickly lost signal, probed my beard. I'm back again. Don't join anything from the Sneezing Monkeys channel. Proper lefty cheerer of men knocking a woman out at the Olympic. No way. Blooming, yeah. I've done a video about that as well. I don't know if it's still up, because some of the videos don't do well. I delete them. I was like, oh, can he do that? Hello, should I subscribe? Please explain channel. Is it homosexual? Do I come across as homosexual? I'm married with we've got 6 kids actually, but homosexuals, come here and fill your boots. I'll tell you what though, you could put any sweet up my bum and I could tell you what it is. They call me Sweetie Butty. No, they don't at all. I just made that up. But yeah, but no, I've no issue. I don't care if anyone's homosexual. Don't care who you are, where you are, as long as you're a good egg, good person, and you talk sense. I mean, you think the earth is flat, you can go. Yeah, we know we have I don't know where Nikki is. She's probably had enough. She's like, oh, that beard in his hair, mate, you know, sort himself out. But yeah, we're going down the politics at the moment. I do reviews as well, obviously. But I was just saying, like in my former video, I was saying, like, I'm not voting for reform, rebranded thingy. But what I should have said in there, but when the push comes to shove, strategic voting, you don't want to split the vote. So you'd vote reform. And so would I, obviously, because I can't see Advanced UK. Maybe it's too new. But I mean, if something happened in the polls or something, and they're like, whoa, look at that, then, you know, that'd be looked at. But yes, I was saying, I would vote for them or whatever. If push come to shove and it's strategic voting to get rid of Labour and Conservative, yes, I would indeed vote for reform. So yes. So I was saying to people in the comments going, yeah, no, I agree. Yes. Don't split the vote. Yes, definitely not. So I get that. So I should have thought about that when I was talking. But I was going off on one for 15 minutes because it's bugging me, all these Tories going there. But I mean, you never know. They might prove themselves. The Tories might, the reformatives, as someone put on one of the comments, might actually sort of do what they want to do because they couldn't do it in the Conservative Party, maybe. So maybe, you know, they make me look stupid. And I'm like, oh, I told you should have voted reform. But yes, strategic voting is a must. So if that means vote reform to get rid of Labour and Conservatives, do it. Do it now, geese. So yeah. But yeah, we normally have Nikki and co. But yeah. Call me out live chat for pointing out XY. Put him in chat. And we'll soon, don't worry. Please subscribe, it's interesting. Yes. And you get to hear me talk funny. I'm a grown man. I go, hello, geese. I'll start talking like that, mate. I'm talking to the grandkids. I don't know where I go with that. Bonjour, monsieur. Je m'appelle The Wiz. J'ai 4-9 ans. Something like that. Anyway, I'm trying to go back to school there. Trying to just say, you know, my name's a Wiz and I'm 49. But I'm not. I'm 376. I'm a wizard. What am I on about? Come on, grow up. All right, geese. Calm down, geese. Behave, though. We have one admin runner per user. Yeah, who we got? Oh, yeah, got Business Australia and Electrodoc are the admins. So yes, we'll whatever. I was going to say something then, but I'm not. I don't know what I was going to go on about. Like, yeah, we're all like kicking butt and whatever, but we're not, are we? Really? We're just living the dream, geez. But yes. So have to let me know what you think about the. I assume even there's like electrodoc, etc., who think, Advance UK definitely, but will you be voting reform strategically in the next election? They might even cancel that, to be fair. They cancel all the other ones, didn't it? That's it. That's South Park, isn't it? Respect my authority. Cartman, that's his name. But yeah, it's a bit weird that UKIP get their marches cancelled. And I mean, I'm not a UKIP supporter or fan or anything, because I like Advance UK myself. And like I said, and admittedly, I should have put in my other video that not to split the vote reform next time. But yeah, I'll get it right. You know what I mean? Come on, Wiz. You're full of crap, mate. You're full of crap. But yeah, it seems strange that you can be pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas, pro-Islamic terrorism, pro-killing Jews, genocide of the Jews, but as soon as you come up for UKIP and want to go out, they want to ban it all. How does that work? Just let me know in the comments. Like, is that? I mean, UKIP. I assume like they got rid of the old banner where they used to be declared like a bit of a racist community, but I think that's long gone, is it not? I think they're just like a political party that is all about UKIP, all about United Kingdom. But I just thought it's strange that worth mentioning that, a Yeti. If people ask me questions, I don't really often say no, so I'm a Yesy. My bad, sorry. Yeah, I'm a wizard this week. Call me the Wiz or Gandalf. I don't know how I got that name. I didn't get called Jesus when I'm out. I mean, what on earth, mate? I'm not quite up in the same league as Jesus. I'll take it as a compliment, but I mean, blimey, Jesus would look at me and go, what? Didn't do what I've done for that idiot to get my nickname. I have my name as a nickname, but I'm an idiot. Call him Gandalf, mate. Because the Bible doesn't like magic. Uh-oh. God's going to come after me. How dare you? But this is a picture, right? I saw this and I thought this could be quite provocative, could it not? Islamist invaders not welcome in Britain. I think they could have Islamic ideology and Islamic illegal immigrants not welcome in Britain, maybe. Yeah, Jesus come back on the third day. I come back on the third minute when I was dead. So, there's similarities, mate. Shows regret my presence broke the bad algorithm. It did. People everywhere, every nation. You're right. Business, I owe you a pint. I don't drink myself, but I'll buy you one. I'll say that. I got Bailey's for Christmas. I had to drink it, but only at Christmas. I still got some here, actually. Bit of Bailey's. Espresso cream, that one. I've got the normal one downstairs. Says don't drink. He's got bottles of Bailey's. Christmas, mate. Christmas and birthdays. That's it. Or the baby born or christening or something. Jesus every third day after he's disappeared. Yep. I've been hearing that United States is about ready to gain 4 more states from the north. Just start stealing them, mate, ain't they? Why don't they spray themselves green? Because then they'd be green with envy. Yeah, it's your aftershave business. They'll talk about it. They want to, but nothing's set in stone yet. No, not yet. Give it time. But what do you think of this sign? Tell me. Get in the comments. Is it a bit like Islamist invaders? The word invaders could be deemed a bit, provocative, should we say? And, like Muslims who are not aware of what's written in their religion and don't actually live like wanting to kill Jews and God knows what, then, you know, good, honest, or a bit naive Muslims, can we call them that, who don't really understand their own religion or whatever, then they're going to see that and think, oh my God, well, they call us invaders. So they could be a bit like, ooh, do you know what I mean? I reckon Green Troll is voting for Green. But I mean, I'm a bit, you know, they could have worded that differently. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what the police are seeing and go like, you know, that's going to sort of wind up the Muslim community. So, and you don't want to start trouble for starting trouble's sake. That's just silly. I get that. But, you know, I'm dead against Islam. I absolutely hate the religion of Islam. But I don't hate Muslims. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying, because I've got it. Al Quran, mate. Don't read it. You lose IQ points. I don't suppose the UK could become the 51st state before believing Greenland, Canada. Yeah, that'd be funny. Nice one, Mr. Sardock. Yeah, get us in there. Take over us. But yeah, with Starmer and what he's doing, no one wants to be anywhere near the United Kingdom. No one ever. So Islamists, no, we don't need them, do we? Because I'm a bit confused, because even those like ones that aren't fully aware of it, they must see the news. Islamic terrorism. Over 66,000 terrorist attacks in the last like 40, 50 years, killing quarter of a million people. 250,000, over 250,000 innocent people. Now, if you were part of a religion that was doing that, would you not say, hang on a minute, something's not right here, I'm out? And then you'll look at a different religion and try and find God that way. But they don't. And that confuses me. Why don't they? Why are they still like, yes, I can see what Islam is doing, and I can see all the murder, and I know it says kill the Jews and the Christians. I know the Prophet married a 6-year-old and consummated the marriage when he was 9, but I'm staying Muslim. What? I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. The IQs must be good. Of course, yeah, if you leave, you get killed. Maybe that's why they're not leaving, isn't it? Because obviously it's such a godly, holy religion that if you leave, you die. And blimey, you do this, you die, you do that, you die, you get killed for blooming anything. I'll tell you, why are people supporting satanic writings? It's like they are scared of Satan, who is created, but they're not scared of God, who is the creator. Strange. Iranians like PBD, but the Iranians are going through at the moment, aren't they? They reckon maybe is it over 16,500 protesters could have been killed, and they're possibly using chemical weapons. What on earth is going on, my friends? What in But anything that was saying, get in the comments. I'll bring them up on screen. I'm going through them. I want to know what you think about this picture here. They're like Islamist invaders. I know what they're trying to say, but I mean, is that not a bit provocative, the way they've written that? Iranians flying the flag with the lion on it are the good ones. Yeah, I mean, Iranian people, they're probably good. I mean, they're all turning their back on Islam. Over 40,000 mosques have closed in Iran. I wonder why. 50 years of just pure hell. So they're rebelling and they've had enough, and Christianity is rising. But obviously you're not allowed to say that. No, you get called out for being a liar or something, even though that's the facts. But what can I say? Robert, I guess them Providence are having trouble with capital, not wanting to do nothing and taxing them a lot for stuff. So people's getting fed up with it in Canada. Capital. Not sure what to say on that, Rob. So Oh, I'm afraid I can't take you in because I live in the UK. Yeah. All these people that were supporting all the pro-Palestine, that like have a Palestinian in your house, you'll either be dead in the morning or your stuff will be gone, or you'll be graped or something. Because that's a general consensus of anything that's going on. Because people don't get it. Like the Palestinian people voted in Hamas, and they'd vote them in today. They cheered. Over 3,000 Palestinians followed Hamas into Israel to kill Jews, and they want to be pro-Palestine. I mean, cuckoo. They're up there with Candace Owens. I watch Voice of Canada. He gets it. Very good bloke. Oh, I'm not. But yeah, I read it as voice. I assume you meant voice. Someone rushed taught me. I was a student. Someone rusty. If he slowed down, it'd be someone not so rusty. You have plenty of options under an Islamic regime. I bet Wiz knows the options. Go Wiz, tell him what the options are. Well, under an Islamic regime, what? To die and not do anything. Women aren't educated in any shape or form. No. I was thinking, right? You have to let me know, right? I don't know if it's a good idea or not, right? What I was thinking of doing a funny video, right? Pretending to be like Muslim, but I was going to put a bin liner over my head, big black bin liner with a little thing so you could see my eyes. And then I was going to do a little funny thing. But do you reckon I might get called up on that? They'd be like, oh no. Do you know what I mean? Do you reckon that'd be a bad idea? I've already got one strike. I don't want to get another one because if I get three, they take your channel. They're like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, guys? So, Islam is not a religion; it's an idolatry. Yes, it is. And they say like, oh, with idols, worshiping idols, and like because Jesus on the cross and Mary or whatever. And there they are walking around a cube with a black stone on it. They all kiss and get a disease, and they got to walk around 7 times and pray and all that. So I don't know. They're trying to make out like, oh, Christianity is pagan. And you're like, oh, what? I think they've heard and seen David Wood, Apostate Prophet, prove how pagan Islam is. So now they're trying to throw it back. So, oh, he's only gone French. Oh, he's going to catch me out now. So, Juliette Stevens, 3 demons. That's the only bit I got. Extraterrestrials, prostate. Oh, if I knew what, I'm going to have to put that into Google Translate. Can you translate for me, please, Mr. Skull? I would like to pretend that I can speak French, but I could do the accent thing, like Je vous le dis, mes métadors, toi démon, et c'est prostate. I know, my bad. That's why no one subscribes, because I'm an idiot. Convert pages out or unalived. Yeah, basically do nothing, get killed, mate. You're right. The jizya, the tax in it. Oh, it's like protection money. No, it's not. You pay it so you don't get killed. You know, I'm an artist. I want some assets making. Hey, look. I'm the artist around here, geese. I've got one. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got 15 of my paintings up on my wall. How vain's that? So bad. But yeah, every time I post a picture, I'll stop posting my artwork on X, because then people get hold of you and say, oh, well, you can do this and you can do a digital sales thing and all that. And you're like, what are you on about, mate? Oh, people can do this and invest. Oh, shut up. It's a painting, mate. 60 quid. Just buy it. Saying, oh, you can have like 60 different owners and they all put £1 in. Like, what? Shut up. But anyway, yeah, do not think that picture. I'll get sidetracked, don't I? But basically, the UKIP demonstration was part of a series of events taking place across the UK, promoted as a mass deportations tour, with organisers calling on attendees to reclaim Whitechapel from the Islamists. UKIP's X profile said, reclaim Whitechapel from the Islamists. There's a few things there that probably get on their nerves, that are probably, but at the end of the day, right, you should be entitled to do what you want to do, surely. Like, if that's what the UKIP party stands for, they do that. Like I said, if you can go out and you can cheer on Palestine and Hamas for killing Jews, and you're allowed to be out to protest this, that, and everything else, and just lie out your backside, how can they not do something that, in theory, could be good for the country, which is open people's eyes to the Islamist type situation? And the more people learn about Islam, the better. So that's what I say. But I still think UKIP compared to Reform and that, it's not going to, like I say, Green's winning that seat, shocking. But UKIP, I can't see them being anywhere at all. It's going to be Reform, isn't it? I'd like to think, say, Reform, and then it could be maybe, I don't know, what other party would it be? Because would Advance be up there? I doubt it. I suppose maybe Conservatives and Labour, or Labour and Conservatives, maybe. Because, there's some people out there that are that stupid, and they can see that no one's happy with this country. No one's happy with Keir. He's the worst Prime Minister ever. And people are going, yeah, I'm going to vote Labour. Do you know what I mean? And there comes a time when you look at Conservatives and Cammy Badenoch and think, you're the lesser of the two evils. But nonetheless, vote Reform to get rid of all of them, innit? Like I say, vote strategically. So, but I mean, if you're voting strategically next time for Reform, let me know in the chat. Because, I mean, I would vote Advance, but strategic Reform. That's me. Unless all of a sudden Advance become top in the polls and Reform are out. How many people jumped ship from Reform to Advance then? Do you know what I mean? It'd be, But yeah, because I don't think people like, in my last video, I was saying about getting young people in, like the young blood and that, and they're like, oh, they don't know nothing. But they'd be keen, and they can learn from some of the older people. Do you know what I mean? Maybe people that are retired who can come back because, I don't know. I was clutching at straws, I suppose, but yeah. But I fully understand voting Reform. Do not split the vote. Vote Reform. Get rid of Labour and Conservatives. The UK needs it. The people needs it. They need to get rid of the Green agenda. That's what's a bit worried about the Green Party. But anybody like Ed Miliband, what he's saying about the wind, solar, like electric cars, you do realise UK is like 1.2%. of the whole world's carbon emissions. What we do is irrelevant. We can just literally be what we are. Solar panels are made using fossil fuels in China. Have a word. Do you know what I mean? So, as far as I'm concerned, the UK can carry on, and the UK needs to drill for oil. Get in the North Sea and drill for oil. We need fossil fuels. It's as simple as that. That's what I'm saying. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. Oh, I don't mind. But if we're 1.2% of carbon emissions, we're not the problem, are we? So why are we making these people, why are we making the people of the UK have to say, oh, electric car or hybrid? No. Waste of time, effort and money. They're rubbish. You could do 400 miles on that. Yeah, well, I'll get petrol. When I run out, I'll go to a petrol station. What do I do with an electric car? Sit there for 10 hours while it charges. Don't think so. But it's just stupid. And all this, Ed Miliband going, we need more wind turbines. Wait, do you know the damage they're doing to the ocean? They look horrible on land. We don't need it. The UK doesn't need it. Everything gets blown out of proportion. Oh, global warming. This planet has been here for billions of years. If it gets hot on one bit, it'll be cold on the other. If this starts warming up, it's going to start cooling down over it. It's going to do, like, the planet will look after itself, won't it? Of course it will. But we're not. The UK is like I say, like 1.2%. So we don't need nothing. Tony Habib is a good man, but Farage is a smart man. Yeah, Farage can talk the talk, can't he? He loves the cameras. He's probably like me. I can turn it on for the cameras. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I don't know what that was supposed to be then. Sorry. Come on, geez. Yeah, I think we saw even Farage with the Brexit and everything. How Farage is, how he comes across, how he talks, and that he's very he's on it. He understands the people. He says what the people want to hear. But is it going to be like Labour and Conservatives? Like, say, Reform get in, are there going to be people telling them like, yeah, well, you can't do that, and you can't do that, and you can't do that? So it's going to be like having Labour or Conservative in power anyway, because they're going to have their arms tied. Who knows? But I think Habib is probably a good man, but he's got to be a smart man too for what he's doing and how he's doing it. Give him credit. And then those closer to Farage would probably say he's a good man and a smart man, wouldn't they? But I mean, where do we go? But Greens are nothing to do with green energy anymore. No, they're not. That's what I mean. That's what I said that a minute ago. I was like green energy, but seems strange. But they've got a Muslim deputy leader. That's alarm bells. That's what I was like with Reform having like Layla Cunningham and a Muslim to replace the Muslim as London mayor. That doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't sit right with me, geez. So, everything about Islamists, yes. What about Free Palestine? Yeah, but no one was doing it on October the 6th or the 5th or the 4th or the 3rd, were they? What about September? Oh, no, we weren't interested then. But when the Palestinians decided to go to war with the innocent Jewish community of Israel, do you know what I mean? It's like, it makes no sense. No, free Palestine. From what? Hamas. That's the only thing you need to free it from. But Palestinians would vote Hamas in again anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just the people that are doing that are just backwards. If planet gets too warm, volcanoes go off and the ash cools the planet again. Yes, but will the volcanoes pop? Farage points out the problems and never gives a solution. Yeah. That's like the wife when she's talking to me, pointing all the problems out, and I know I never answer with anything because I know she'll be like, "Well, go and get your cordless drill." I got my cordless drill earlier. I took the shelf off from behind me, and I literally took 2 screws out, and my cordless died. And I thought I have to go and get a screwdriver, and I thought, now I'm going to actually let it charge for 10 minutes and use that. I waited. Can't do it by hand now. Screwdriver. Get wrist ache. Was it expand your reach by streaming your daily ablution live on Kick 10 hours a day and present your political philosophy? What's that? What's Kick? Oh, is that something else? I should I need to go live more often, but it's when to go live. So I might like sort of do 12, 1 o'clock or something, and then at some point I'm gonna have to do one later because at 4 o'clock maybe people are doing this and everything else. But if I went live, but I look and you get other people, because I think Russell Brand goes live at 5 and he gets a ridiculous amount of views. Dan Wootton, 5, 6 o'clock, 2CTV, and you're fighting all these channels when to go live. So maybe sort of 7, 8 o'clock or something. I'll go live for an hour. I don't know, but I'm a bit apprehensive about when to go live because I don't know who's doing what and when, and because of all the other channels that I see what time they go. I'm like, oh, when do you go live, mate? When do you go live? And I chose 4 o'clock because for some reason I've got to have my dinner about 5:30. Since I come out of hospital, I've got to like make sure I have my dinner every night at 5. I'll be under doctor's orders. You got to have a nice hot meal every single day because my eating, I just wouldn't eat. Terrible. But anyway, first migrants moved into East Sussex military camp despite protests. Did you hear about that? That was all sneaky, 3:30 in the morning. Is this like how Labour do things behind the people's back? As soon as I saw that, I was like, what? So 6 p.m. in America. Welcome to America. Yeah, because there's delays. Because I was thinking, one night I could like do 10, 11 o'clock at night and try and get people in America. I thought, oh, I don't mind doing that. But now I'll set myself up and I've actually built a desk and everything, and it's in the bedroom. Wifey want to go to bed, and I'll be sat here giving it all that talking, and she'll be like, "Shut up, mate! I want to go to sleep." Be listening to your voice all day, mate. Then she'll start questioning why she married me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's a bit sneaky. 3:30 in the morning, East Sussex. This is a bit that I thought was funny. You got to listen to this, right? More than 24 men were on Thursday housed at Crowborough training camp, which will eventually accommodate up to 500 adult male migrants. I thought it was all women and children. You'll be in bed at 9 p.m. GMT. Yeah, do you know, lately I've been about 12 o'clock. I've been watching Netflix. I watched Sandokan yesterday, 8 episodes. That's good. That is The Pirate Prince. You got to watch it. But I think they modelled him on me with his long hair and his beard. He's probably as handsome as what I am, if I don't mind saying so myself. But 500 adult male migrants. Hang on. And how many times have we done these streams and I said to you the photos that I show, like they're all men. They're all literally Muslim men with Islamic ideology, hence why the graping and everything goes through the roof. But it literally says up to 500 adult male migrants. 500? Damn. That's a lot of men. See the problem? That is the problem. Morning to you, Tim. Uncle's popular. Just settle back and talk while you wash your balls and begin the day with breakfast and politics. Yeah, I did say it was about 11 o'clock or something the other day, and I was like, oh, I could go live, and I thought, no, I better not, because it'll flop and I have to delete it. But I might do random ones, because obviously Wednesday and Friday definitely 4 o'clock. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do some random lives. Sunday I've got down as 2 o'clock. So yeah, I'll see what's going on, and if there's something going on live or whatever, then I might do that so we can all have a chat and watch it and whatnot. You know, make it up as I go along. But I will guarantee like Wednesday and Friday at 4, and then if need be, we'll throw in some extras. Of course we will. That's 11 a.m. here. Oh, in Australia. Yes. But you got lovely weather. Do you watch the Story Box? Jay Phantom, I think his name is. He's an Aussie. I like him. He's good. He talks sense. The Story Box, I think it's called. But check him out. I'll advertise him. I don't mind. He's already got a bigger channel than me already. Do you know what I mean? The Essex thing is ironic because the people in power there are all for immigration right until it was in their area. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, well, I don't get. They still got the signs, haven't they? Like illegal immigrants welcome here. Like, no, they're not. What are you on about? Do you want to put them up in your house? No. Well, shut up then. Taxpayers. I mean, all this money they're spending, millions, billions a year. That could be NHS, police, care homes, anything. Do you know what I mean? I hope you all got your coffees. Because I'm watching Breaking Bad, his first time and my second time. Oh, I watched that. I didn't watch all of it, actually. I don't know why. I think he was in a caravan in the middle of the desert doing his thing, but just at the point where his Mrs. Squinnies him up or something, I was like, oh my, Mrs. Squinnies him up? That's just, I think that got on my nerves. I thought, nah. I was like that. I'm watching Homeland. Have you watched that? The woman, the main character, Claire Danes, she is with the bloke called Brody, who's a terrorist, who's just been hung. End of season 3 I'm on, and that's it for me, because now she's pregnant with his baby and she's got mental health issues. So you know exactly she's going to neglect the baby, and then to top it all off, during the first 3 seasons, when she's told not to do something, she does it. I know it bugs me. She hasn't got a clue. She just doesn't do as she's told, and it really, really bugs me. Like, oh, she could be the leader in Turkey, Istanbul. I don't care. So I've watched 3 seasons of Homeland. I don't think I'm going to watch any more of that because I can't stand her. Is she a good actress? I suppose she is. she's not the best looking one in the series. It would have been better actually if they like Brody's wife. It would have been better if she was the main character, and they take away the fact that she gets pregnant and she's going to neglect the baby. And I'm not watching something where your so-called main character goes around like sleeping with everyone. He's got mental health issues, and then she's going to be a really bad poor mother, and she hasn't got a clue how to listen to people in authority. How can that be a leading role? I know she's only acting it, but I'm sure Claire Danes has been in other stuff, and I'll find it, and she'll be good in it, I'm sure. But Homeland, no, I just don't like the character at all. I don't. Anything, if you're not going to look after your kids, you're not going to be the main character of anything I'm watching. It bugs me. So yeah. To make it worse, the traitors in government will eventually house them in new builds. Yeah, they're talking about it. Dissident thoughts. Thank you for commenting. They are actually discussing that, aren't they? About actually doing new builds specifically for the illegal immigrants. So maybe this is what's done UKIP over the edge, and they're doing their tour, which has now been banned. But that's the problem, because then they are literally going to have new builds when you've got people in this country who could actually do with new builds. And I'm all up for helping like the older generation, veterans. You got single parents, because obviously the fathers run off and they're not actually real men and don't want to be dads or fathers, whatever you want to call them. Do you know what I mean? So they need help. I get all that. And then you say, oh, we got 500 Islamic men, all single. Oh, we'll build houses for them, mate. That bugs me. It bugs me beyond bug. Oh, so yeah. Robert is now paying $3,000 a head to self-deportation. Where you get the breakfast? Oh, the US is now paying $3,000 a head to self-deport. Blimey. I'm like, yeah, all right, give me 3,000. See you later. Wow. That's crazy. But then we had that thing with that bloke who's like done whatever the girl, and then they like, give him 500 quid or something. You're like, oh, this country's screwed. So I can see why Farage is so attractive at the moment, and I don't mean like that. You know what I mean? As a party leader, as Reform. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I enjoyed Breaking Bad, but I don't know that I would watch it twice. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I would watch again is Vikings. That Travis Fimmel, whatever, that he was good in Sons of Anarchy too. I like that. In the Biker Club. Oh, for the good of the club. But Vikings, I'll tell you what I've watched numerous times. iRobot. I don't know how many times I've seen that. There's a few films I've watched over and over. Films I'm more likely to watch again. Like Transformers. Lost count of how many times I've watched them films. Transformers, robots, guys. Anyway, don't know where I'm going with that. Off subject, how dare I? I have a good memory, but I couldn't remember most of it. We're on the last 4 episodes now. Blimey. That's a good thing, isn't it? I do like that. When I'm terrible, like when I read a book or something. That's what I found it hard about writing my book. I like write me chapter, and I'll be like, oh, I need to go back and read that. I forgot. Does she do that, or does he do that? Who? What? Do you know what I mean? My brain is terrible. Like I read a book, and someone asks me on it, I'll be like, do you know what? I can't even remember. They're like, have you even read that book? Like, yeah, I have. But my brain, like, at the time, I'm taking it all in. But then when it comes to it, I ain't got a clue. It just, literally, you know when they say in one ear, out the other? I think it's in one eye, out the other. I don't know what's going on, but I'm terrible, I am. But I do, that's why I've got this. One of about 4 books that I have to write stuff down, like when I've done it. Like, even the, I can't remember who I sent my book to, what agents and publishers and that. But I'm going to have to put it down on the list. So I did. I tell you, I am terrible. And I watched The Last of Sandokan last night, and the wife was like, oh, what happened in the end? I'm like, do you know what? Hang on, let me think about that. I only watched it last night. I've been asleep since. I forgot. I am terrible. Absolutely terrible. But other stuff, it just comes out. And they're like, how do you remember that? So I have no idea. So it's in there somewhere. I'm weird. I am weird. Rather watch that twice than the woke modern shite. Yes, definitely. Yeah, old stuff is the best stuff. I've noticed a lot, even Black Doves and that. See, that's the other thing I was thinking of doing, is like reviewing Netflix stuff on whatever's all new. Like, I do like to review things, but they'd be quite short because I'm like, that's crap. Like Black Doves, and like actually having scenes in it of like two men doing it. I'm like, I don't need to see that. Do you know what I mean? There's men kissing in everything. There's women kissing in everything. It's just everywhere, and like it bugs me. Not that like the fact that they're over pushing it bugs me. You know, when we're going to kiss or men going to kiss, whatever. But I don't want to see it. Like, you know, if it fits in with the story and whatever, like some of the stuff I watch and that, and I turn around to Mister, like, I knew they were going to kiss. I knew it. Do you know what I mean? But it just needs to be quick and like good. They're in love, happy days. You know, two men, two women. Who cares? I don't. Not an issue. But Black Doves, I think it's Keira Knightley, main character. But there's the bloke in it actually shows like an actual sexual scene of two men, and I'm like, I don't need that. Like, skip. I don't need to see that. I don't get that. And then I was watching Cowboy Bebop, and two women in that. You're like, oh, here we go. Do you know what I mean? It just gets too much. But I was even like that in Homeland with Carrie and sleeping with Brody, and then Brody sleeping with his wife. Do you know what I mean? And then his wife having an affair with his mate. Sex scenes everywhere. Like, I don't even heterosexual sex scenes. And I'm like, yeah, not a problem. But blimey heck, how many? Don't need all that. Do you know what I mean? Don't need all that. I'm all been there, done that, got a t-shirt, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah. I still remember the majority of it. I was talking about Breaking Bad, aren't we? And most of the fun stuff for me came from the shock of what happened. And I know what happens. Yeah. I tend to watch Japanese and South Korean dramas these days instead of Western made stuff. I'll tell you, I've never in my life, correct me, we're supposed to be talking about Nigel Farage and everything here, people. I don't watch things that are dubbed because it bugs me. And I've watched a couple of things at night when I'm tired because I can't see the mouth properly. I can actually get through it. And I was watching The Furies. And I was like, oh, it's not too bad, actually. So, yeah, there are things to watch. But, I mean, being dubbed and that, some of it, it's just so obviously dubbed and the voices are horrible. It doesn't fit the people. So, I really, really struggle. But watching Better Call Saul, then we've done BB. Second one for me on both. That's some character in Homeland, Saul. My dad has been enjoying Landman and Mobland. Oh, we've been told to watch Mobland. I'll check them out. Start watching Ozark. Oh, Ozark. That's the ship, isn't it? 1600s. I'm not sure how I feel about the Transformers movies. They are fun spectacles that are very different with Transformers I grew up with. Oh yeah, I grew up with Transformers, but yeah, I just think they're an easy watch and it's entertaining. Yeah, you know, it's not like Harry Potter and you got to follow the story. I've never watched Harry Potter or read the book. I've not even watched Lord of the Rings actually, or read the book. Anything like that, it's too long. It's like, but I'm not sure it'd probably be good, Lord of the Rings, because I saw that thing that's going precious and all that. But the first trailer was good, but the rest were meh, a bit like, oh yeah, Jurassic Park. Yeah, same as the Jaws franchise as well. How did we end up talking about telly? We're supposed to be talking about politics. What's going on? I'm used to the comic cartoon, but Megatron was a gun, not a jet or dragon. Yeah, he was. Makes you laugh though. Megatron turns into a gun, then what? Falls on the floor. There's no one to fire him. Transformers 6, transsexual address. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see my joke I put? I made a joke up. I was like, if I was a car, but I identified as a van, would I be a trans it? Mate, transit, boom, get in. I was well chuffed. I posted it as a short because I was that proud of it. Even my missus laughed, and it's not often she laughs at my jokes, mate. The Decepticons were the military on Cybertron who tried to overthrow the leaders. So they are all combat-related stuff, and the Autobots were factory work types. Good old Waterbots. Don't watch foreign stuff dubbed. Always watch with subtitles. Oh no, see, that's even worse. Subtitles is definite no, because I miss it. Like, did you enjoy watching that? No, I was reading the bottom of the screen every 5 seconds, mate. I don't know what they were saying. And as soon as, like, you know, might get a bit of boob. No, I missed it because I had to read the bloody thing. I might as well just get the book. You know what I mean, Mark? You know what I mean? But yeah, so if it's dubbed in like that, so I can actually watch it, yeah, I can't read subtitles because I'll just buy the book, and I very, very rarely read a book, even though I wrote one. That makes sense, but my mind's not being polluted by anything. So yeah, the bad lip sync of anime puts me off too. I did used to like Monkey though. Yeah, there's a new thing on the thingy called Monkey, wasn't there? Adventures of Monkey or whatever it is, but that's actually normal talkies. But yeah, the actual lip syncing of it, that's what I say. If I watch it maybe 10-11 o'clock at night and I lay down on the sofa, if I do that, then I can't really sort of take in like the mouth movement bit, so I get away with it. So I do give it a go, but you know, it's not easy. English speaking countries are way behind when it comes to voice acting, so subs are always better. Yeah, I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. Everyone likes Monkey, or they are unimportant. I can't read a movie. I go to the library if I didn't want to read a movie. I couldn't watch the good Godzilla film because of it. Yeah, there's one of them, isn't there? On the politics side, just to keep always happy. I don't think it will matter if Reform get in. The other party will just form a coalition to block them. They'll try and do something, won't they? But I'm just a bit shocked that, like, UKIP get stopped from doing what they want to do. That's right. Oh, it's not good, is it? This is literally the last story bit that I was going to be going through as well. I don't get how, like I've said it numerous times, I don't get how you can give it all that and say, oh yeah, blooming pro-Palestine, blah blah blah, and was it pro-Palestine, and then you can't do a protest about immigration in your own country. I'm like, what's going on here? That confuses me. Honestly, it confuses me. I don't get it. I said it earlier, but just repeating myself now, you know. But you know what I'm saying? It just seems a bit strange. Seems a little bit strange. Seems a little bit strange. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, people. I've gone through all the things I wanted to go through. So now you're free to talk in the chat and I'll have to read it out, won't I? That's the only way I'm going to get through it, isn't it, mate? So, yeah. Assuming Farage doesn't just U-turn on everything he promises, which I already expect him to do. Yeah, I was reading, there was, I can't think where, but there's something about council tax. And Farage said that they wouldn't do anything, but it still went up by 3.8%. I can't think where that was. Cambridgeshire? I don't know. So they were a bit like, you know, he said one thing and done another. He said he wouldn't go up at all. But the 3.8% rise in council tax was the smallest one ever in the history of that country, of that state. Oh, I keep bringing America. Oh, county. Come on, geese. But yeah, but they say no. He said it wouldn't go up at all. So I mean, is that proof that there's certain things he's saying but he can't stick to? That worries me about Farage. Have you talked about the Christian march in London getting stopped because it will upset Muslims? No, I've done the UKIP march, but what's a Christian march? I've not heard about a Christian march. I'll have to look at that for the next live, because we're live on Sunday. We'll go through what's been going on this week and everything. But let me write that down, mate. Let me write it down. Christian march. Walk for Jesus. I saw that in your other comment just there a minute ago. I'll get to that in 2 secs. Upset Muslims. See, that's what I mean. It's a Christian country. They expect that. Got to go in a bit. Someone left something in my car. Put it this way. No more table parking for me. Oh, yeah. I won't be going much longer, geese. I've done quite well here talking. It was called the Walk with Jesus. Walk with Jesus. Walk for Jesus and walk with Jesus March or something. I don't know exactly what it's about, but I did see the Met Bandit. That's bad. We'll talk about that Sunday. That's going to be on my list, mate. Thanks for the heads up on that. That's crazy. But it's right for the Muslims to go out and run down the street with machetes. Isn't it? Like, whoa, hang on. They're like, excuse me. Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. Do you follow Islam? Yes. Do you identify as a Muslim? Yes. Oh, carry on, sir. Oh, you, yeah. Do you identify as a Christian? Yes, I do. You're under arrest. Oh. On the comedy side, I think Keir Starmer's favourability is lower than Hitler's, just for ended himself. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it went really low, didn't it? Was it like 16% at some point? I swear I heard 16%. I was surprised it was that high. But that tells you right there, somebody up top is controlling the people. Yes, see, I've always thought that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I do love a conspiracy though. But I always think to myself, like when Conservatives are in, there's someone there, like they already know what they can and can't do. And they're told, like, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. And then when Reform get in, the same, like, what do you want to call them? Like the elite with the money. I'll be like, well, we can give you this and this, but you're not doing that and that because that will cost us money. You got to do that and that'll make us money. I've always thought there's some sort of thing like that. Do you know? You know what I mean? It's Ben, I can't put your comment up. People can see it in the chat as it goes through. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Like effing Islamic Green Party, you rat. What? I don't get it. What? The spleen party. I don't know what you're getting at on that. What, are you a supporter of the Green Party? You supporting the Muslim Party? Hello. Bonjour, la bath time. Surprised you're up and you're not having a bath if it's bath time. Just saying. Hello. Do you talk like that? No, you don't. Sorry. I'm normally centre left comic stuff. How important to you are the economic policies for reform? I wasn't planning actually on voting on reform, and I need to like update myself with everything to understand who and what they really are, because I've been watching. I've been reading about Advance, and obviously I've been looking at Labour and Conservatives because it's all over the place. But like in my former video, I was saying, like, I'm not voting for reform because they're just Conservatives rebranded. But I need to remember we got to vote strategically. But we need to look at the economic policies, like, because to me they've got to be important. You can't just go, oh well, we want reforming because we don't want Labour and Conservatives. You can't do that, can you? That's just a bit naive. But I have originally, from the beginning, when Farage was doing reform and that, there's some stuff that I like that he was saying, like, to do, especially with like illegal immigration, this, that, and everything else. And I thought that's a good thing. So, okay, that's not a problem. Like, you know, I've had to vote for reform, it's good, but I am not, admittedly, 100% up to date with all their policies and everything. And that's obviously my problem. I need to check it up, and I need to see. But, I mean, I will vote reform if I have to. I think Advance UK, hopefully, because I think they're going to be similar to reform, but obviously they're set up differently. But I have no issue whatsoever, let's be honest, voting reform to get rid of Labour and Conservatives. I used to like Farage. There's a few things that he's been caught out of, which bugs me, but I still like him. I mean, he's good at what he does. He's good in front of the camera. He usually does what he says. I'll be honest, he does, doesn't he? So that's a good thing. So if someone said around to me and said, I'm voting reform, not a problem. Happy days. Go for it. That's cushy. Happy days. If people are like, oh, you know, I'm sort of registered with Advance UK, but next time round, strategically, I'm voting for reform, I'll be like, yeah, me too. Probably. So it's quite a weird one, this one, because obviously it's so different, because everyone's just literally like Conservatives and Labour, no, see you later, get out of my face, none of it. People aren't having it. And like I say, Greens just winning that party, winning that seat off reform yesterday. You're like, wow, that was a bit of a shock. So it's probably reiterates more important that you need to vote for reform. But who in the world, who are these people that vote for Green? Because they're going to be a problem. They are going to be a problem. But yes, but other than the fact that it seems to be all Conservatives joining reform, other than that, at this point, I haven't got any other issue with reform. I need to check, like you say, their economic policies, etc., and get up to date with it. But I mean, I wouldn't say even about reform is a bad thing, is it? Because a lot of what they say makes sense, and it's what the UK people want. And that's what I'm saying. Farage seems to know what the people want and talks the talk, but does he walk the walk? There's only one way to find out, and let's vote for him. So, banning that march shows a lie of peaceful Muslims getting with Christians and the like. Yeah, it clearly states in their text to kill the Jews and then the Christians. That's all you need to know about them. Kira saying like 70% unfavourable in a recent poll. Blimey, but it gets listed as 54% for some reason. Oh, what, they're trying to blag it. Oh, my bad. I thought this was a centre-right space. We're all over the space, all over the place in this space. Economic stuff is important for every party, but the easiest way to get people on your side is to limit immigration, as it will save money and drop house prices and other things. Exactly. The illegal immigration bill, I mean, imagine if that could be spent elsewhere. And that's taxpayers' money, your money. You work hard. And you pay tax because you want a certain... but it just doesn't happen. I think it's terrible. With less people, there'll be less competition for jobs. Making it more of a workers' market. Houses will not be in such high demand, so rent will go down. Mark's on it. Health services will not be overwhelmed, so less money will be needed to keep it going. Need to do something about net zero energy, though. Maybe put him on a treadmill and make him... That's what I was saying earlier, wasn't it? Because solar panels made in China using fossil fuels, the damage that the wind farms are doing, do you know what I mean? To, well, just look at the land, but look at the ocean. Do you know what I mean? I think it's terrible. And we're 1.2% of the whole world's carbon emissions. We don't need to do anything as a country when you start drilling for oil again. So I think people in this country have voted for less immigration for a decade, so it will be implemented. I'm not 100% convinced it will bring house prices down. I doubt it for the beginning. Bath time, you're probably right there. It wouldn't. If it did, it would take a while. If it did, so I wouldn't say anything's impossible at this point, but yeah, it would take some time for that sort of the knock-on effect, and then for the housing to come down, I reckon. Personally, almost every party who got into power for the last 30 years promised immigration but didn't follow through. I know, exactly, and that's what worries me. You know, there's a lot of people come in and say this, say that, and they don't do it. That worries me. That really, really worries me, because, like, why say it? Oh, yeah, you wanted to vote. Now you got the vote. Screw the people. That's what worries me. If you have 100 people need a house, the owner can charge whatever he wants for rent. That's very true. If you have 20 people needing a house instead, the landlord has less assurance he will get a high price. It shouldn't be so greedy. Find a non-greedy landlord. Wiz, what's your views on Davos and Larry Fink as co-chair? Hey, who? What? Davos? I've heard of Davos. It went over my head, mate. I read something earlier of Davos. I'm trying to think of my brain. Like I say, I'm trying to bring it back, but make myself look stupid, mate. I'm like, nah. That's what I'm saying. Like when I read a book and I can't remember things. But Larry Fink is co-chair. Let me. I'm writing that down. It's all stuff that I have to, because if you're going to say something like that next time, I'm going to go, oh, boosh. You'll be like, oh, isn't the wizard very knowledgeable? Lower immigration has never resulted in lower house prices in modern times. It's not a matter of supply and demand. It's more about nest eggs, credit, etc. Yes. I think, yeah, you could come from me, like, I can see what Mark's saying, but I can see what you're saying, Bath Time. Yes. I mean, to me, both make sense, but then, yeah, like you're saying, like if like you already know, that's never resulted in lower house prices, then mind you, because we've already got the population here, haven't we? To be fair. Do you know what I mean? Like immigration, like we still got a population of X amount. So the house prices, like you say, may sort of stagnate and stay where they are or go up. So yeah, supply and demand. I've got my nest egg. I don't do credit. So you think having more people than houses to live is a better option?
No, Mark. No. That's not what she's saying, geez.
Not at all. What I'm saying is limiting immigration won't bring house prices down. There you go. See, sorted. Calm down. Oh no, Aggie, we're on a nice, decent conversation. But I can see what she's saying. I can see what you're saying too, Mark. I'm being split between two people here. But like I say, it doesn't bring it down because like the population's here. Like limiting immigration will not actually affect the population as is. It will stay the same, surely. Do you know what I mean? And the people that are here, say the illegal immigration scenario, they're not even on the housing market or renting or anything at the moment. That they're in the blooming hotels and the army barracks, aren't they? So that'd be a separate issue, I think. Maybe that's what Barton's getting at. But if we take a look at the immigration figures for the last 30 years, you can see the net migration went from about 50,000 a year to 750,000. Yeah. And that's always going to affect because these people will stay here. So the prices will stay because the amount of people here, the population, less people will mean that houses we build will have less competition in terms of rent. Not while they're trying to bloody house all the illegal immigrants. Oh, we just built houses. There you go. You can all have brand new houses. And it will mean lower rent to make people willing to rent the property. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Mark. Go to that place. There'll be how many? The issue is that people aren't bothered to go and vote. 24% is still a very low turnout. Yes, Kim. I, for one, like that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now because I've never voted in my life because they just lie and I can't be bothered with it. But now it's getting a bit like, oh, I'm actually going to vote. I'm actually going to vote. So I want to talk about it, educate myself. I've always like read this, that, and everything else. Obviously, always sort of stay on the ball, shall we say? But or try to stay up to date. Never voted in my life because like I looked at the Conservatives. And you think, oh, like Boris Johnson, I'm so glad I didn't vote for him. Never in my life would I vote for Keir Starmer. He's a worm, isn't he? What a worm. But nothing's ever come from what they say. It's always gone, like we can see what Conservatives done over 14 years. You can see what Labour done in the first 14 months. And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't vote for none of that. Do you know what I mean? But this time, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm probably going to join the Advanced UK scenario. But I will strategically vote for the first time ever, and I will vote reform because Labour and Conservatives have done nothing for the people ever, and that bugs me. So I think it's getting to the point where, like, do you know what? Your vote does count, so just don't give it to Conservatives or Labour. Give it to reform. So that's what I'm probably going to do. So forbid of think running. That's true, but supply and demand is very important, but it's not just a single factor to influence housing prices. Red tape for building houses being cut will probably have a larger effect. Yep. Surely if they build more housing, build more and more and more, there's going to be more houses. It isn't the only factor, but it's a strong factor. When my parents thought they might not be able to pay the mortgage in time before the contract expired, we asked about finding a new house. To get a new house, they would have to go on a housing list with a 16-year waiting time. Blimey heck, really? Wow. Robert, how much would it cost to have a house on 2 acres built in the UK? In the US, 2,000 square foot, 2 acres, $150,000 to $300,000. Probably be more than that in pounds. All right, long time no see. Hey, Pat, welcome back, Pat. How you doing? Yeah, I had a couple of weeks off because I was getting a little bit, mental health and all that. Won't go into details and bore people about bloody mental health and that, but it's just one of those things. I took it to have a week or two off and chill out, and I did. I came back, and then my video was poo. So, oh no. But yeah, glad you're here, mate. Glad you're here, living the dream, talking politics. To get a new house, they would have to go on a housing list with a 60. But illegal immigrants won't, will they? They're building the houses to put them straight in there. Yes, I know a Russian man from London who rented his council flat for years. Yeah, they're smart people, aren't they? Irksome. Pooh, Pat is here. Everyone hide while I close the curtains. I can see through curtains. Yeah, milkman superpowers. Yep. Sort of milkman that goes around saying, I am your father. Bro, you never get notifications. I did click it for this stream. Yeah, even my son, I got him to do it, and he actually got notified an hour after I finished. He came up to me and said, oh, are you still live? I was like, well, no, I'm down here. He's like, oh, well, look. Damn. How dare he? I'll give my vote to Jacob Rees-Mogg. He promised housing within 6 months. I like Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's on GB News, isn't he? God, he's very well educated, clued on, smart, and I likes him. So yeah, I wonder if he'd be conservative through and through though, wouldn't he? I wonder if he'd join something like Reform or Advance UK. Advance UK would be a good one. In which respect, was it a mistake for Thatcher to sell council houses to tenants? I saw before that, like the argument for or against that, it was quite close, but. Even that though, that if we had council houses galore because they didn't sell them, they'd be giving them to blooming illegal immigrants. But it would have probably been better for councils to have kept the housing. To be fair, like selling them like they do to the tenants and that quick buck here and there, but then they got no housing, so they got to build them. But they're still giving them to illegal immigrants, which bugs me. Vote for the best person for the job. Insist on knowing about their careers. Yes. That's why I like Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's good, he is. Yeah. YouTuber hates you, mate. Yeah. I think YouTube is linked to the wife. I don't think it's wrong to sell to tenants, but I do think only nationals should be able to buy houses, like in Romania. Yeah. But they didn't sell them. We'd have more housing. Well, the council would have more houses. Which means you're doing something right. Yeah. Boring. Sorry, geez. Sorry, Aurora. I do apologise for being boring. I was going to finish like about 10 minutes ago, and then I was just going through the chat. So, we've done our talkie. But yeah, I can't help it, mate. Might even be my missus again, like secret account. He's boring, mate. It said we have entire streets that got bought by people abroad that are not maintained or even rented. Yeah, it's bad. It's like to let the quality of house drop and go to disrepair is not good. There's a very much in favour of some Singapore law where you need 10 years of residency or whatever to be allowed to own private property over a certain amount. Yeah, I mean, council housing, I don't think you can buy. The right to buys after at least 10 years, I believe. Under Gordon Brown, brothels increased fivefold and butts many times went through the roof in central London. Well, I don't mind if rich people will buy factories or businesses here and run them, even if they own the land. But I do think houses should be for nationals. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, mate. Patch out the poor to get their hands on a financial asset. Yeah, true. It's helping them to get ahead on the curve, plus all the leaseholders to go back to the council once the leasehold's up. Well, there you go then. Gordon Brown sold our gold reserves at the lowest price ever. Gordon Brown was an absolute prat, wasn't he? He was absolute prat, that bloke. I don't get it. But yeah. But anyway, right, yeah, I'll talk. I bet I've bored you all to death. Like that bloke said, boring, mate. Most other politicians have been more about globalization instead of their national nation during my lifetime. I'm 48. I'm only a year older than you. Yeah, you're right. That's what it all seems to be, globalization. You're right. Maybe that sort of goes into why when I was saying politicians, we need different politicians. Same old, just moving from one party to the next. Do you remember when Brown spent 2 months telling us it was solely up to him if we joined the euro or not? Blimey, showing your age, as are we. Where's Beats and Tapes? Yeah, that's a point, yeah. And Green Troll, who's mentioned earlier. Most social housing was sold a 99-year leasehold. Council still own the freehold. Ah, right. I see. There's always a little clause, isn't there? But nonetheless. But it's been fun, ladies and gents. An hour and a half. That ain't bad, is it? Hour and a half. There we go, ladies and gents. So I appreciate all the new people in there, like Kim and Bath Time. And then obviously we've got Enfold, Mark, Business, Electrodoc. All the usual. It's been fantastic. I will be back Sunday at 2 p.m. live. That's a definite. Sunday 2 p.m. And obviously next Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Don't forget. I've got my other UFO channel. I have to put the link actually on my about page for the this channel, won't I? So people can see I've got another channel. UFOs and extraterrestrials. It's got to be done, isn't it? But yeah, but that we'll see what's going on in the news. I've got some other stories I think lined up already for Sunday. I've already put them to the side. One of them actually is the thingy story that the Taliban may have sneaked into Britain. That's interesting, don't you think? So yeah. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. As always, I hope my voice hasn't bored you to death and your ears aren't bleeding. I will have to go and educate myself and catch up on all the economic policies, etc. All these questions I get, and I don't know the answer. But what I'll do is, because on Sunday we'll have a bit more time as well, so I'll be bringing it all up. So if you say anything or whatever, I'll bring up a link and we can actually look at it on screen. It'd be happy days. I just thought it'd be interesting today to talk about Greens winning a seat from Reform. That was crazy, and definitely we got vote Reform because we've got to be strategic about the situation. But anyway, thank you to absolutely every single one of you for watching today. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you Sunday 2 p.m. live, of course. So get the old notification bell on, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm just fantastic. Look at my hair, look at my beard. But anyway, for now, that is the wizard's words.